Today I want to speak about the importance of closing chapters. Once we come to Earth, we are open to live many experiences that will bring us all sorts of thoughts, feelings, knowledge, and materialized things. As we absorb all of this, and because some of these experiences can be quite significant to us, we may start to believe that we are whatever we are living, or whatever we think that we have at the moment. It is easy to see ourselves as this apparent being that has a certain house, a certain job, certain relationships, or any other things that we are creating in our reality. Because we have memory and because we perceive time as a strong determinant in our lives, we see everything that happens as if it is a continuing story that starts when we are born and that ends when we die. So we juggle between the past, the present, and the future, and we may find hard to let go of things and start new ones. We see our life as a continuation instead of an innovation, and this can stop us from moving on in search of new horizons. But what we call being born only represents our entrance in this human body that we have in order to allow us to live this human experience. And what we call dying is actually the moment in which we leave our bodies in order to move to other dimensions. So, when we see ourselves as the story that goes on and on in our lives, we are not seeing the big picture, and therefore we may stop ourselves from feeling free to change direction whenever we feel the need and whenever it is required at a deeper level. If we really want to embrace this life, this experience, this moment, we have to let ourselves go by releasing fears along the way instead of collecting them. For every fear that we release, we close a door, a smaller or bigger chapter, and we open a new one. When we don't do this, fears can become burdens, and that creates stagnation, blockages that only keeps us on lower vibrations, preventing us from moving on. When one door closes, another opens right in front of us, sometimes even more than one. For example, we are afraid of leaving a job, but we feel it is time to do it. And when we do it, a better one shows up, or a friend invites us to go on a wonderful trip, or a health issue suddenly gets better. Or, for example, we finally stop investing our time thinking about someone from the past that will never return. And all of a sudden, we see ourselves expressing a creative gift that we couldn't see before, like painting, or writing, or singing. Every time we follow a higher purpose, a higher good, we also experience the process of releasing fears, and that is essential to create new things, to tune into higher frequencies, and to enter new chapters. It is all about making room for what is coming next. How can we receive something new, something better, if we are full of old things that don't serve us anymore? We have to create the space that is needed by letting go and releasing We may think that this process only happens related to big things in our lives, the things in which we invest most of our time in, but in fact, this process happens all the time on any single topic. The thing is that the topics that we call big are usually those in which we create more fear around. I give you an example. If we find a job that we like and that gives us a significant amount of money, it becomes so important to us that we may be afraid of losing it. The bigger it feels, the more we may fear of letting it go. Once we feel the need, of course, and with this fear comes the illusion that we are not going to find anything better than that. We are so afraid of the unknown, but is there any better thing than to let go and to let in? It is like making peace with the old and making love with the new. It can't get better than this. So today I am here to remind us how wonderful it is to give credit to what we feel and to open our hands and let go of our fears and allow ourselves to create and enter new chapters. We are not a story or the past or the future. We are this bright light that is called to shine in different scenarios. Let's listen to our inner call and make space to what is best for us at any moment, in every subject of our lives. And if we can, let's do this with a smile, knowing where we come from and who we are supposed to be.